please let's start talking about gender equality in sport.
Why?
Because I really do feel
this is the problem. You're feeling
it's gonna change in the sport if we as men, because we know not everything is equal. We get
here goes the bullshit.
Being advertised, we get all the money.
Here we go.
But the women work as hard, if not harder than we do. You don't speak up.
Says who? So can you show me the stats on that?
I finish off by saying I encourage you. We make this year a special year for women. We celebrate them because they deserve it, and
because sympathy, simping.
That we speak about the women that perform and do great things, so that we can.
They don't play as much as the men.
And young girls.
They don't play as frequently as the men. What are you talking about?
All the best for this year to everyone.
Yeah, right. Welcome back to the MrShowTym podcast, and happy Women's Month. Happy Women's Day. Notice I said happy in air quotes, because when I say happy, supposedly women are supposed to be happy, but really for truly they're not. Why? Because of these whole sympathy charades, caping for, women's rights and women's this, women that. Foolishness. Listen, if you're new to this channel, if this is the first time you see my face, if this is the first time you click on this channel, I don't suggest you stay here, right? Because right here, we are the red pill community, right? Now I want you to think of the movie The Matrix. You get the blue pillars who are ignorant and dumb and, they don't know any better, i.e. most people in this world. And then you get the red pillars, right? The ones that, basically we're out here saying the quiet parts out loud, right? Some people call us politically incorrect. Some people call us misogynists, chauvinists, all sorts of ists and isms, because we're not saying the right thing to say. We're not saying the comfortable truths. No, we're not saying the comfortable lies. We're telling you the harsh truths, right? So, as you saw at the beginning of the video, Springbok Captain Siya Kholisi, with his during his acceptance speech at Laureus Sports Awards, I think, right? During his acceptance speech, he, of course, caping for women. Attention, you misogynists, men. We need to start talking about women's gender equality in sports and why not getting equal pay. Listen, stop. Siya Kholisi, slow your roll. Last time I checked, you are our Springbok captain. Why are you talking about anything else other than Springbok rugby? We don't want to hear your opinion about any other political ideology, any other social justice, feminist, womanist movement. We don't want to hear about it. All we want from you is to get on the rugby field and start running the ball around and score some tries. That's all. That's it. We don't want to hear any other agendas that has nothing to do with rugby. You're a rugby player, stick to it. And first of all, Siya Kholisi, listen. You said, men should consider talking about gender equality in sports because women work hard, if not as much than the men. What? Stop. First of all, you and I both know that's a lot of garbage. Women, there's a reason why men get paid more than women. There's a reason why women don't get paid as much as men. No, it's not because the patriarchy is misogynist and we're trying to suppress women through the subjugation of women's rights and in this male-dominated patriarch. No. It's got nothing to do with sexism. It's got everything to do in sports. Women get paid less, as I'll now explain to you. Women get paid less because, first of all, no, women do not work hard as much as the men. They work less, far less. Let's take into account the viewership, right? Pay-per-views. Men's sporting codes get broadcasted more. You know why? Because people, that would mean men and women themselves, would rather prefer to go watch a male sporting codes rather than women. Women themselves don't want to watch female sporting codes. Right, feminists? Because men are faster, men are stronger, men are more agile, men are more entertaining to watch. Men are more physically dominant and more physically capable than women. That's not a misogynist. That's not a sexist thing to say. It is what it is. You know it. I know it. We all know it. So let's stop crying. Okay? That's only one aspect. Second aspect, women, they don't play as frequently as much as men. The scheduling, like women play less matches less frequently than men, right? So that cuts down their revenue more than by half. Okay, we take into account the viewership, the notoriety, right? The prestige, the player value, the MVP, ladies and gentlemen, name me 50 male rugby players. Oh, of course, we have your Siya Kholisi, the Simp himself. We have Rohan Nasser van Rensburg. We have my favorite, Pat Lambie. We have Eben Elizabeth. We have Francois Lowe. We have Marcel Kutsia. We have Makazoli Mapimpi. We have Choran Yakani. We have Bongi Bonambi. We have Brian Habana. We have Jean de Villiers. We have Pierre Spies. We had Farid Dupierre. We have Faf de Klerk. We have Francois Ochart. We have the list goes on. I can name you 100. I can pretty much name you all of them. I ask you now, name me one. Just at the top of your head, name me one female Springbok athlete. I'll wait. I'll wait. Without Google, without typing Google, without searching Google, without, just at the top of your head, just name me one. I made you think, right? I made you like, exactly. They're not known. Heck, I could have bumped into one of them today and I wouldn't have known that that's them. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we can't do this thing in society where we're trying to, those who are, how can I say this? We can't change objective reality. Even the most butch-made feminists would rather prefer to watch the Rugby World Cup, the men's sporting codes, the men's Rugby World Cup, than the females Rugby World Cup. Let's talk about ticket sales. Let's talk about the crowd attendance when it's men's sports men's sporting codes as opposed to females. People tend to go watch men's sporting codes rather than females. No, it's not because they hate women and no. It's because we're not trying to watch females. Some a group of people who are the fairer sex, right? The weaker sex run around. I mean, it's not. First of all, it's not as entertaining. It's not as vigorous. It's not as aggressive. It's just not the same. So what are we doing? So instead of calling me a misogynist, a woman hater, go look at my. No, I'm not even gonna go there. So instead of calling me a woman hater, go ahead. I dare you. Trying to act holier than thou, because I'll bust up your narrative very quick. When was the last time you bought a female Springbok jersey, fan jersey? When? Aha, don't have one. Exactly. I wonder why. Female hater. But again, I could already see all the manginas, the simps, right? The simp boys, the feminists in the comment section attacking me. How dare you? How dare you? You hate women. You yourself, you follow men's Instagram pages of sports. I mean, it's so funny. They used to have two separate pages for, let's say a man's sporting team and the female sporting team. Obviously, the men's sporting team had more followers and the female sporting team had less followers. But what they try to do now is this trick. They merge the two because they wanted society to have eyes. Whenever they clicked on, they still call it, the men's sporting team or whatever team it is. But you just happen to see some female scheduling matches because they just want you to have eyes on it. Now, as a result, you're thinking, oh, now people are watching more of female sports. No. Separate the pages again, you'll see the difference. Listen, you cannot socially condition people into forcibly liking something that they're just not inherently attracted to. Women are not as fast as men. Women are not as strong as men. Women are not as physically imposing as men. They're not physically capable as men. So what are we doing? Stop it. This whole gender equality thing, it's garbage, like I said before. But again, whether or not Siya Kholisi really is a simp and he doesn't know what he's talking about, he should really keep his mouth shut regarding to social justice woke ideologies. He should just shut his mouth and just continue playing rugby, doing what he does best, and that's running around the field with the ball, with the rugby ball. That's it. It's either that he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's been paid to say this by the ops. New World Order, right? He's been paid to say this, to push these wokest agendas through. And you sit at home, you're watching TV programs and they are programming you like a bunch of robots that you are. Yeah, you're right. The men are chauvinists, men are misogynists. We really should uplift women to a higher standard, up to the same level up to the men. So much going on in this world. I mean, go watch my other videos. And you see what I'm talking about. So before you come attacking me in the comment section, because I know it's coming. Before you start hurling and spewing vomit like a bird coughing up a fur ball, whenever you guys type these comments, it's the equivalent, it's the personification of a disease carrying bird just throwing up like, but it's in the form of words. This is the MrShowTym podcast, and we say the quiet parts out loud. Objective truth, objective reality. Facts don't care about your feelings. F your feelings. Am I a misogynist? Oh, maybe I am. Am I a chauvinist? Yeah. What do you do? Cry me a river, right? But one thing we're not going to allow is lies in the mainstream media. And the mainstream media is full of lies and woke social justice ideologies that are bad for society, destroying society. You're lying to women. Of course, this month is Women's Month, and you're going to see a whole lot of simping by public figures and sports, athletes, professional athletes, and so on, and even politicians. You're going to see more of this, throughout this whole month. And again, I'm going to be addressing much more throughout this whole month. So, Siya Kholisi, I think you should keep quiet and focus on rugby, and keep quiet about things you have no idea. You have no idea. You don't know what you're talking about, right? So yeah, that's it for me for now. And go binge watch my other videos. Like, subscribe, and share this video so that more people will come to my attack, calling me saying I'm wrong, I'm woman hating, I'm a misogynist, I'm chauvinist. How dare I? Yeah, share it to your friends and let them be offended and let them cry me a river, right? But that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching. Cheers.